Okay, welcome to today's tutorial video where I teach you how to make a basic tunic, like so. So, have a drink of your Chucky Shake, pop that down, and let's get to work. So, there are a few elements to a tunic. We have a front and a back side. We have our arms. Along with the arms, we have a little gusset, a little triangular bit there. And also on the side, we have another triangle just to widen the bottom of the tunic. Don't need to have that. You can make it with just a split down the middle, but this is how I'm going to teach you how to make it today. So, let's get started. You'll need a measuring tape, voila. And we're going to make a few measurements. So, firstly, we're going to want to measure the length. Like so. And we're going to go across the shoulders, like so. While you're there, measure the length of the arms. Now we're going to get a little bit frisky. We're going to measure the bust or the chest. So do the larger part of your chest, go underneath the arms, get that circumference. Then we're going to get the smallest part of your waist. And then we're going to get the largest part of your hips and butt. Nice. Okay, so this is the approximate surface area that we're going to be working with, taking in consideration the width and the length that we got. Give seam allowance as well on either side. So first up is we are going to get the measurement that we got from our shoulders and just mark that out. And then we're going to mark out how big we want our neck hole to be. When you are marking this out, make sure that you do allow enough for your whole head to fit through, otherwise you are going to find yourself having a very bad time. So we've got our bust, our waist and our hip. I'm going to grab the largest measurement from those three, which for me is the hip, because we are going to just make one big tube. Our tunic is not going to be super fitted to us, so we're going to start from the hip. I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, here's our hip measurement. Make sure you have your center as well, which is going to make it easier to measure things out. And then you can just go ahead and mark that whole tube out. Then you can go ahead and cut it. So now we have our little tube with our neck hole. My tunic is folded, so I don't need to sew those shoulders together. But if you have had it cut, then just go ahead and sew those to make the one full piece. So next we're going to measure how big we want our armholes to be. So this is what the arm is going to end up looking like, the pattern of the arm. So we have two bits, we have another tube and a little triangle there. So let's go ahead and start to make the tube. Make sure you have the approximate length. This is our surface area, so we're going to go ahead and fold that. Grab your measuring tape and measure out the length that you'd like, and then also the width that you'd like as well. Also taking into consideration the triangle you're about to make, measure out your wrist, but make sure it is going to be big enough for your fist to fit through it as well. Now you can go ahead and cut that out. The tube. Now we're going to make the triangle, so get a surface area, make sure you fold it, and then we're just going to draw that out. I'm just doing an approximate here. Cut that one out, there's your little triangle, then you can pop those two together. And the point of the triangle is going to be where your armpit is, and make sure that that measurement's going to fit with where you would like the whole arm to be. So here it is sewn together. You can see the triangle there. And there's your arm. So just go ahead and hem that as well. So once it's hemmed, then that whole arm is done. There we go, just turn it inside out, and there are your two arms. So we're going to head back to the main body of the tunic. We have our arm. Pop it down there and just mark out where it comes down to. And then we're going to figure out where we would like the extension to be as well. As a rule of thumb, I usually like it to be around my hip area. So just go ahead and mark that out. And then we're going to grab our measuring tape, see how long that is. Grab another surface, fold that one over. And then grab the measurement we just got, pop that down, find your point, mark that out, and now it's up to you to decide how big you would like the width to be. Mark that out. There's your triangle. Go ahead and cut it out. Now you have your two little triangular bits. Heading back to the tunic, that's where your triangle's going to go. And that's where your arm's going to go. So go ahead and just sew those all together. So here's what it looks like on the inside of the tunic. There's your triangle, and then there is your arm. Make sure that all the seams are on the inside of the tunic. Otherwise you're going to have to unpick that. So there you can see that's the route that I've done to sew that all together. So then go ahead and just flip that one inside out. There's a little tunic. It's looking pretty good. So then the next step is to hem your neck hole and hem the bottom of your tunic as well. And it's all done. How cute. Now let's put it on. Here's my tunic, but wait, here's the little tunic that I just made. Very nice. Thank you for coming to today's tutorial.